Have you ever, paused to truly look at something seemingly ordinary? Maybe an object in your home.
And wondered about the centuries of history, the artistry, the cultural significance it might hold.
Exactly. We often just see things for their function, right? What they do.
But sometimes an object is so much more than its utility. It's like a portal.
A portal to a story. A really rich unfolding story.
It's about recognizing those hidden narratives,
Yeah.
the layers of human effort, tradition, innovation, all woven into the fabric of our world. These
Mhm.
aren't just inanimate things, they're echoes of generations, craftsmanship.
Right. And today, we're going to peel back those layers on something truly magnificent. The intricate world of Persian and Oriental carpets.
Ah, fascinating topic.
It really is. But we're not just doing a broad overview. We're zooming in specifically on the unique story and the exquisite artistry of Ghom rugs.
Okay, Ghom, that's a great focus.
Yeah, and this part of the tradition offers some genuinely surprising insights, I think.
Definitely. And for this deep dive, we've pulled together a really interesting mix of sources.
What kind of things are we looking at?
Well, they range from detailed insights from a local expert carpet retailer, gives a really tangible, real-world angle.
Like a practical entry point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we also have comprehensive historical analyses, technical breakdowns of specific rug types, so a bit of everything.
Each adding a different piece to the puzzle.
That's the idea.
Okay, so our mission here, like always,
It's really to boil it down, right?
yeah, distill the most important nuggets of knowledge from all this material.
Yeah.
We want to give you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed about this incredibly rich subject.
Highlighting the surprising facts, maybe some of those aha moments about these woven masterpieces.
Totally. By the end of our deep dive, you'll understand why these aren't just floor coverings.
Not at all.
They're complex pieces of art, living history, and maybe surprisingly for some, even shrewd investments.
Let's maybe start by laying the groundwork, just making sure we're all on the same page about what defines these incredible textiles.
Good idea. So when we talk about Oriental and Persian carpets, what exactly are we talking about? What's the fundamental thing that sets them apart right from the start?
Okay, well, at their core, both Oriental and Persian carpets are hand-knotted textiles.
Hand-knotted. That's the key.
Absolutely. This isn't an industrial process with machines. It's an ancient living tradition. Every single knot is tied meticulously by hand,
Wow.
often by skilled artisans who've inherited these techniques passed down through, countless generations.
So it's got this unique character, this human touch that you just can't get from a machine.
You really can't. It's a painstaking process, no doubt about it, but the result is unparalleled durability and artistry.
So it's not just a pattern printed on something. It's literally built knot by knot,
Yeah.
a handcrafted artifact.
Precisely, a testament to individual skill.
And our sources mention two main origins for these creations, nomadic tribes and master workshops. How do those different origins kind of shape the final product?
That's a really crucial distinction. You have carpets originating from nomadic tribes. Their weaving often reflects their transient lifestyles, their immediate surroundings.
So more spontaneous designs, maybe? Geometric.
Often, yes,
Yeah.
geometric, sometimes more abstract designs. Then you have the highly organized master workshops, usually in urban centers.
Great.
And they're known for their intricate, symmetrical, often classical patterns. Very detailed.
But the underlying thing is still the craftsmanship.
Absolutely. Whether it's nomadic or workshop, the underlying principle is an unwavering commitment to craftsmanship. Their aesthetics differ, sometimes significantly, but both embody profound skill, dedication, and a deep understanding of their materials and techniques.
So one might tell more of a personal story, the nomadic ones.
Yeah, maybe the weaver's journey. While workshop pieces might reflect, say, royal patronage or the vision of a master designer. Very meticulous.
That makes sense. It's that dedication, that human touch,
Yeah,
that sets them apart, whatever the style.
exactly.
Now, to make this really tangible, bring it to life for you, the listener, our sources give us a fantastic real-world connection, a business called Babak's Oriental Carpets.
Ah, yes, Babak's.
This isn't just hypothetical. It's a real place, a great entry point for anyone wanting to understand these pieces better, from their history to, even their investment potential.
Right. Babak's Oriental Carpets is located in Victoria, British Columbia, up in Canada.
Beautiful city.
It is. They opened back in August 1994, And the whole idea was this commitment to offering a truly unique, extensive variety of hand-knotted carpets, serving Victoria and Vancouver Island.
So it's like a bridge between those ancient traditions and modern appreciation.
That's a good way to put it.
And what's really interesting is it's not just a business venture. It sounds like it's a legacy.
It absolutely is. The sources introduced Dr. Hushang Rizwani. He built this incredibly honorable reputation in the carpet business over, get this, 35 years in Graz, Austria.
35 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And he brought that immense wealth of knowledge, plus an exclusive selection of Persian and Oriental carpets, directly to Victoria.
So it's like having a direct line to decades of deep expertise and a curated collection.
Pretty much. And today, the current owner and operator of the Victoria showroom, it's on Fort Street, 919 Fort Street, is Babak Rizwani.
Dr. Rizwani's son?
Exactly. So his entire life has quite literally been immersed in the carpet business.
He grew up with it.
Completely. And this lifelong exposure has given him this truly vast, nuanced knowledge of carpets from all over the world, but especially Persian carpets.
So he didn't just learn it from books, he absorbed it, living it. That's invaluable, that kind of education.
It really is. The sources really emphasize his deep understanding, particularly of Persian carpets.
Right.
His dedication to studying Oriental carpets is, well, it's profound. And it's something he extends to his customers. Babak is apparently always happy to share his insights.
About what specifically? Oh, the historical significance of a certain piece, the intricate differences in hand-knotting techniques, even that often overlooked aspect of the investment potential. And he's keen to discuss the overall quality markers, too. What makes a masterpiece, which lines up perfectly with our mission, right?
Yeah.
Giving you those crucial nuggets that turn a purchase into, well, an informed appreciation.
That's the practical so what for you, the listener. It's not just buying a rug. It's understanding its story, its worth, its lasting value.
Exactly.
And this kind of specialized business, it goes way beyond just selling, doesn't it? There's a whole suite of services that are pretty crucial for these kinds of items.
Oh, absolutely. A reputable specialist like Babak's offers a whole range of services because these carpets are, long-term investments, heirlooms, often.
Like what kind of services?
Well, crucial things like expert carpet repair and cleaning, essential for maintaining the beauty and integrity of hand-knotted pieces over decades, maybe even centuries.
Unlike machine-made ones, these can actually be restored.
Precisely. You can preserve the original artistry and value. They also offer appraisal services vital for understanding the true market value for insurance, or selling, or just managing a collection.
So preserving them and understanding their value, what else?
Well, they help with the journey of the piece, too. They offer worldwide shipping, so enthusiasts anywhere can acquire them.
Important for a global market.
Definitely.
Huh?
There's also a trade-in and purchasing counter, which is great for collectors wanting to evolve their collections, It reflects the dynamic nature of serious collecting. Plus, they provide detailed information sheets for all the carpets they sell. That empowers buyers with knowledge about their specific piece, origin, materials not count, everything.
That transparency, that documentation, that's huge, especially for investment piece.
Invaluable.
And they make it convenient too, I gather.
They do. To make it accessible, they offer domestic free shipping for purchases over $500, which is significant given the size and value.
Yeah, shipping a big rug isn't cheap.
Not at all. They also have a free delivery service, though. It's always smart to ask about any restrictions based on location.
Sure.
And importantly, they offer no obligation trials. Let you experience a carpet in your own space first.
That shows a lot of confidence in their pieces.
It really does. And a commitment to customer satisfaction.
It all seems to circle back to that idea of expert guidance, doesn't it? The sources kept mentioning the knowledgeable and professional staff.
That's where the real value lies, I think. Having someone who can talk about the history, the knotting, the investment potential, the quality with real authority and passion.
It turns a transaction into something more like an educational experience.
Exactly. Access to that specialized knowledge is transformative. It lets you appreciate the artistry, understand the heritage, make informed decisions about what are really true works of art.
So just as a concrete example for people, you mentioned the address.
Yeah, it's 900 Fort Street in Victoria, BC, Canada. Phone is 250-4880-7113. Email bogvaxorientalcarpets@gmail.com. You can even text questions to 250-881-0207.
Wow, tech support for carpets.
Right. And their hours are Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pretty accessible for getting that deep knowledge.
Good to know. Okay, let's shift gears now from the general world of hand-knotted carpets to a specific and frankly pretty surprising part of it, comb rugs.
Ah, comb, yes.
These pieces have a really unique place in the Persian carpet world, and their story kind of challenges some assumptions you might have about tradition and reputation.
It really does. And what's particularly fascinating is the city itself. Qom, sometimes spelled Ghom.
Right.
It's a major city in Iran, about 100 kilometers south of Tehran, and it's hugely important for its religious and cultural history.
One of Iran's holiest cities, I read.
Absolutely. A long-standing center for Islamic theology education for centuries. Its history is deep, ancient, often associated with scholars, spiritual devotion.
So a city steeped in ancient history, deep tradition, you'd naturally expect its rug-making tradition to be equally ancient, right? Spanning millennia.
That would be the logical assumption.
But here's the twist, the real late bloomer part of this story. Rug weaving, as a major commercial thing, only really kicked off in Qom in the early 20th century.
That's right, specifically around the 1930s.
In 1930s. That's incredibly recent in the timeline of Persian carpets.
It absolutely is. It was primarily initiated by merchants from Kashan, a city with a much older, established rug weaving tradition. They saw potential in Qom and set up the first looms there.
So it wasn't even an indigenous start initially.
Not primarily, no.
Yeah.
And this fact just fundamentally challenges that common idea that all great ancient traditions must have equally ancient roots. Qom's entry is remarkably recent.
Which makes its rapid rise even more amazing.
Exactly.
That truly is an aha moment. It completely overturns that idea that quality and global reputation depend solely on centuries of history.
Mm-hmm.
So, despite this late start, comb rugs just exploded onto the international scene. How did they pull that off? How did they achieve such prominence, such prestige so quickly?
It's a fascinating case study, really. Concentrated dedication, adaptive artistry, smart market positioning.
Okay.
Despite their modern origins, Qom very quickly gained this unparalleled reputation for producing some of the finest and, yes, most expensive rugs globally.
So, rapid innovation, quality ascension.
Absolutely. Key factors were things like a focused investment in high-quality materials, especially silk, attracting really skilled weavers.
And maybe the city's status helped, being a religious and cultural hub.
That likely played a role too. Patronage, a demand for exquisite artifacts that naturally extended to carpets. They didn't just start weaving, they started weaving at an incredibly high standard right out of the gate.
It's like they skipped the apprentice phase and went straight to mastery. How did they achieve that exceptional quality so fast? Let's get into the technical brilliance of Qom rugs. How are they actually made?
Okay, so combs are meticulously hand-knotted, usually on vertical looms. This setup allows for creating very dense, very intricate designs.
Vertical looms, right?
And what's interesting is that a lot of this production is decentralized. Much of the weaving happens within the city, often in private homes, maybe 1 or 2 looms set up per home.
So a kind of skilled, community-based cottage industry, not big factories.
Largely, yes, which speaks volumes about the skill level embedded in the community.
And the materials. Does that play a big part in the quality?
Oh, absolutely. Paramount. The warps, those foundational threads running lengthwise. Typically high-quality cotton. Very rarely you might see silk for an even finer base.
Okay.
The foundation itself warps and wefts together, can be either cotton or silk. And then the surface you see and feel, that can be cotton, silk, or a luxurious blend of both.
And they're consistent with using good quality stuff.
Very consistent, meticulously sourced, prepared materials. It's a critical factor in their reputation for excellence and, frankly, their durability.
Okay, and speaking of excellence, not count. We hear this term a lot. It's a key indicator of quality intricacy, right? The density of the weave. What kind of numbers are we looking at for Qom rugs? Are they impressive?
They are genuinely staggering, and it really highlights the immense labor and skill involved. For woolen Qom rugs, you're typically looking at somewhere between 250 to 300 Persian knots per square inch.
250 to 300 psi. That's already pretty dense.
It is.
But
But where Qom truly distinguishes itself, where it achieves its legendary status, is in its silk items.
the silk.
Here, the knot count can be 600 or even more knots per square inch.
600 knots per square inch. Wait, just picture that. A tiny square inch with 600 individual knots tied perfectly inside it. That's That's almost unbelievable.
It's an astonishing level of detail and precision. It completely explains why these rugs are so incredibly fine, why the designs are so clear, almost photographic sometimes.
Right, that density allows for that incredible detail.
Precisely. When you look closely at a silk comb rug, it often feels less like a traditional textile and more like a finely detailed painting, but made of shimmering threads. This level of craftsmanship, plus the high-quality materials, that's what solidifies their position among the world's most exquisite and valuable rugs. It's pure weaver mastery and patience.
Okay, so we have this incredible technical skill, premium materials. But what's fascinating, going back to their recent origins, is how they developed such a strong design identity.
Right.
You'd think a place with no long-standing tradition would struggle for a voice. But instead, it sounds like they were incredibly adaptive.
That's a really unique aspect of Ghoms, and it speaks to their ingenuity. Lacking their own deep-rooted design heritage, Ghoms weavers became master synthesizers, adapters.
So they didn't invent totally new styles.
Not wholesale, no. Instead, they readily adopted and brilliantly adapted designs from other established Persian workshop groups, Isfahan, Kashan, Bakhtiari, and even some Caucasian rug traditions, particularly Shirvan designs. But crucially, this wasn't just copying.
No.
It was refinement, reinterpretation, often enhancing the original designs with their new favorite medium silk and those incredibly high knot counts.
So they were like artistic sponges, soaking up the best from elsewhere and then elevating it with their technical skill.
Can you give examples? How did they adapt, say, an Isfahan design?
Sure. They frequently use the classic Isfahan floral design, but often with a specific Ghom touch, a self-color ground.
Self-color ground, what's that?
It means the background colors are subtly interwoven with the main colors of the motifs. It creates this harmonious flow, less stark contrast. Really elegant.
Okay, I see.
The traditional Kashan central medallion, that timeless Persian symbol of unity, maybe a spiritual gateway, that's also prominent in Ghom rugs, executed with breathtaking precision because of the knot count.
Right.
And you'll see inspiration from the Bakhtiari square design, garden-like compartments. But Ghom weavers often give it a more fluid floral interpretation, softening the geometric rigidity, making it feel more organic.
So they really integrated and refined these designs, making them feel like Ghoms designs, even if the roots are elsewhere.
Exactly. They made them their own. And are there specific motifs that have become really strongly associated with Ghoms, even if they originated somewhere else?
The Boteh motif is a perfect example. That stylized leaf-like floral symbol.
It's a bit like the Paisley pattern, right?
Very similar, yes. It actually originated in mirror carpets. But it's been used so extensively and beautifully in Ghoms designs, often in delicate repeating patterns, that it's now strongly associated with them.
Ah, interesting.
Similarly, the zil-i-soltan motif. That typically features rows of small repeating floral sprays, often in a vase or pot. That's also become a classic Ghoms trademark.
So they didn't just adopt, they popularized these motifs within their own style.
Absolutely. Made them their own signatures.
And the borders on these rugs, how are they usually handled? Are they as varied?
The border on a Ghoms rug usually has 3 distinct bands, and interestingly, it's often proportionally quite small compared to the overall rug size.
Why is that?
It ensures the central field, with its intricate design, really remains the star, the dominant visual element.
Makes sense.
The central band of the border often uses the same motif found in the main ground of the carpet. Creates a really cohesive, integrated look.
Nice touch.
But you also commonly see border Herati. Those are diamond-shaped bands with elegant floral heads inside and around the diamonds. Adds another layer of intricacy without overpowering the main design.
It sounds like every single element, even the border, is just meticulously thought out.
It really is. Every part contributes to the overall artistry.
Okay, finally, let's talk color. The palette of Ghoms. What kind of colors dominate these pieces? Are they known for being bright, subdued?
Ghoms rugs are celebrated for using an incredibly vast and nuanced range of colors. Really versatile.
Okay.
White and ivory are very often used as the main field colors. It provides this luminous, almost glowing background that makes the intricate designs just pop.
Right, makes them stand out.
Then the decoration, the motifs themselves, are frequently done in very vivid hues. These can be rich, deeply saturated colors making a bold statement, or, alternatively, soft pastels, giving a more ethereal, delicate feel. This flexibility in color use is one of their hallmarks.
And I think I read about a specific technique they use sometimes, an antique wash. What does that do?
Ah, yes, the antique wash. It's quite common, a crucial finishing step for many Ghoms rugs.
What does it involve?
It's a specialized process applied after the rug is finished. It's designed to subtly subdue the tones of the dyes.
To make it look older.
Essentially, yes. To give the carpet an immediate impression of mellowness and age, like it's been naturally softened over time. It enhances the aesthetic appeal, creates a more integrated, harmonious look where the colors blend beautifully without any harness.
So it adds to that timeless heirloom quality, even on a newer piece.
Precisely. It's part of their characteristic look.
Okay, so moving beyond the visuals, the technique. When we think about the language of threads in Ghom rugs, these motifs, these patterns, they're clearly more than just decoration.
Oh, much more.
They really tell stories, don't they? They hold deep cultural, symbolic meaning, reflecting Iran's history, philosophy, traditions.
That's exactly it. What's fascinating is that every curve, every line, every color choice often carries layers of meaning. It connects you, the viewer, to centuries of Persian culture, its spirituality, its philosophical ideas.
So they're like narratives woven in silken wool.
Tangible narratives, yes,
Yeah.
echoing ancient beliefs and aspirations, not just floor coverings.
And our sources highlight some dominant iconic motifs in Ghom rugs. We touched on them, but let's dive deeper into the tree of life and the medallion motifs. They seem really central.
They are absolutely foundational to Ghom's design language, the tree of life. Well, it's a universal symbol, isn't it?
Right.
But in Persian rugs, it often represents immortality, spiritual growth, prosperity, that vital connection between heaven and earth, a powerful metaphor for the cycle of life, death, rebirth.
Profound.
Medallions, on the other hand, often symbolize unity. Or maybe the eye of God, a protective presence, or even a gateway to a spiritual realm, representing the cosmos, the center of the universe.
Hairy symbolism.
Deeply symbolic. And it's worth mentioning again that Ghom rugs are typically smaller than many other Persian types. And often they're displayed on walls, not floors, which really underscores their status as fine art pieces, meant to be admired for the detail, the symbolism, like a painting.
It's the key point. They're elevated to art for contemplation. Okay, let's get into some more specific motifs. Floral and botanical designs, you see them everywhere. What do they represent in Persian culture?
Florals are incredibly prevalent. They symbolize the beauty of nature, of course, but also reflect the huge importance of gardens in Persian culture.
Gardens as paradise on earth.
Exactly, embodying beauty, order, tranquility. Two really poetic examples from our sources are Gal o Bulbul.
Rose and nightingale.
That's it, a classic motif symbolizing love, affection, the connection between beauty and devotion. The nightingale serenading the rose. And the Shah Abbasi motif. That features elegant, highly stylized floral designs inspired by the art of the Safavid dynasty, a period famous for its sophisticated design. These aren't just pretty flowers. They're echoes of a deep cultural appreciation for nature.
Truly poetic. And the medallions, often that commanding central feature, describe their visual presence, their deeper meaning.
Medallions are often the absolute focal point. Large, incredibly intricate designs that dominate the field, drawing your eye inward.
Circular, oval.
They can be circular, oval, complex geometric shapes, usually surrounded by elaborate borders and corner pieces that echo or complement the center, creates balance, harmony.
Then symbolically.
Deeply significant, often represents the spiritual core of the rug, a symbol of unity, harmony, the infinite, sometimes likened to a heavenly dome or a cosmic portal.
So the heart of the rug's spiritual meaning, really, a focus for contemplation.
Very much so.
What about hunting scenes? That feels different, more narrative.
Hunting scenes are another fascinating motif in Ghom rugs. They directly reflect the region's long history of hunting, often a royal pastime,
Yeah.
demonstrating nobility, skill.
Right.
These designs are incredibly detailed, vibrant, often show hunters on horseback, maybe with dogs, surrounded by various animals, lions, gazelles, birds, all set in lush landscapes.
And the symbolism there.
Rich with meaning, can represent power, nobility, the struggle against the wild, or more broadly, the triumph of good over evil, or the balance between order and chaos.
Interesting layers. Then you have those more abstract flowing designs as Lini, arabesque patterns. They look incredibly complex.
They are. Characterized by elegance, fluidity, intricate interlacing vines, swirling leaves, graceful tendrils, creates this sense of continuous movement.
Where does that style come from?
Draws direct inspiration from Islamic art and architecture, where geometric and vegetal patterns are often used to convey the infinite, the divine, without using figures.
Right.
In Ghom rugs, they can be the main design or beautiful secondary patterns complementing a central motif. Adds depth, complexity, that harmonious feel.
And lastly, geometric designs. You said they're less common in Ghom, known more for florals.
Less prevalent, yes, compared to the rich florals or medallions. But you do still find them, especially in pieces drawing more from Caucasian influences.
Their significance.
They often feature repeating shapes, angular lines, creates a striking harmony through precision, repetition. Symbolically, geometrics usually relate to order, balance, the infinite nature of the universe, reflecting mathematical, philosophical concepts about the structure of existence, expressing divine order without figures.
Okay, so if we connect all these threads, the sheer diversity and depth of meaning in these Ghom motifs is just remarkable. It's way more than just aesthetic choice.
It absolutely is. This incredible diversity is a profound testament to the creativity and extraordinary skill of the weavers. Each rug is a vibrant canvas.
Embodying artistry and cultural heritage.
Exactly, reflecting centuries of Iranian thought, spirituality, aesthetic evolution. The weavers aren't just copying patterns, they're interpreting, adapting, innovating, keeping the art form alive and dynamic.
Which brings us naturally to the individuals behind this artistry. The master weavers.
The hands of masters indeed.
Their signature skill, their vision, it significantly contributes to Ghom's global reputation. It's not just the city, it's the people.
Precisely. The individual artistry of these master weavers is what truly elevates Ghom rugs. They aren't just skilled artisans, they're artists. Their unique abilities, technical innovations, artistic sensibilities, they've shaped the identity and prestige of Ghom weaving.
Turning a relatively new tradition into a global benchmark.
That's right.
And our sources spotlight one master weaver in particular who seems to embody this, Jamshidi. That name carries weight.
It certainly does.
What makes Jamshidi's rugs the absolute epitome of Ghom silk weaving? What sets them apart even in this high-quality field?
Jamshidi rugs are considered by many to be the ultimate masterpieces, the zenith of Ghom silk weaving.
Okay.
Well, it starts with their construction, meticulously crafted from 100% silk.
100%, everything.
Foundation, pile, even the fringes, all silk. This contributes to that unparalleled, luxurious feel, the distinctive shimmering sheen, and remarkable durability.
Wow. That alone is rare and difficult, isn't it? Weaving entirely with silk.
Exceptionally so. But it's not just the material. They're renowned for absolutely exceptional detail and that incredibly high knot count we talked about.
Right, 600 plus knots per square inch.
Which allows for designs of breathtaking intricacy a precision few can match. But what truly sets Jamshidi apart, puts his work in its own class, are his unparalleled skills and a unique technique. Almost legendary.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. A unique technique. What is it? How does it affect the rug?
Yes, this is a real aha moment, I think, a testament to his artistry. Jamshidi is known for his extraordinary ability to combine two distinct colors within a single knot.
Wait, two colors in one tiny knot.
Exactly. Imagine the dexterity, the precision, the artistic foresight needed for that, manipulating individual silk threads at such a micro level.
To create subtle shifts in color and shading.
Precisely. This unique technique allows for unparalleled depth, complexity, a real painterly quality in his designs.
Visually, what does that do?
It creates a more nuanced, almost three-dimensional effect. Smoother transitions between colors, a richer, more vibrant tapestry of hues that seem to shift with the light, and tactilely, it adds to that incredible softness and fine texture.
Wow. That's not just weaving, that's like microscopic painting with thread, layers of nuance you wouldn't expect.
It really is.
That absolutely explains why Jamshidi rugs are so highly sought after by collectors worldwide.
Exactly. Because of the artistic beauty, technical perfection, and this unique signature, Jamshidi rugs aren't just decorative. They're highly prized, invaluable collector's items, peak artistry, an enduring legacy.
And historically significant too, contributing to Ghom's reputation.
Absolutely. His work has significantly boosted Ghom's name for the highest quality silk rugs. His pieces represent a continuation and elevation even of ancient Persian weaving, using traditional techniques and materials but pushing the boundaries, keeping the heritage alive and evolving.
But Jamshidi isn't the only master shaping Ghom's legacy, right? Our sources mention a kind of pantheon of other significant figures.
That's right. Jamshidi is part of a larger constellation of weaving brilliance in Ghom. For instance, there's Irami.
Irami was their distinction.
Irami is highly notable for rugs with stunning colors and elaborate patterns. Their work is admired for meticulous attention to detail and this harmonious blend of traditional motifs with sometimes innovative contemporary designs.
So appealing across different tastes, maybe? Heritage and innovation.
Exactly, blending those worlds.
Who else is on this list of masters?
Then there's Kazemi, renowned for innovative designs and expert, almost intuitive, use of materials both silk and very high-quality wool. Kazemi's rugs often show intricate patterns. A rich, carefully chosen color palette reflects a deep understanding of Ghom's traditions while often adding novel interpretations. Collectors value Kazemi for artistic excellence, lasting appeal, distinctive character.
And Mohammadi. What's their signature?
Mohammadi is admired for elegant, incredibly refined designs. His rugs feature intricate patterns, often incorporating traditional motifs and symbols, all executed with exceptional knotting quality and meticulous attention to every tiny detail.
So timeless sophistication.
That's a good way to put it. Highly regarded, sought after by collectors who appreciate that understated luxury.
Okay, and lastly, Jedi. What defines their work?
Jedi is a master whose work beautifully embodies the classical artistic heritage of Ghom. Celebrated for exquisite patterns, superb craftsmanship, often featuring elaborate, multi-layered medallions and intricate floral motifs that just seem to bloom across the surface.
Classic Persian aesthetics.
Very much so. Jedi's creations are highly valued by collectors and enthusiasts for their enduring beauty, exceptional artistry, and that profound connection to traditional aesthetics. The best of Persian weaving.
It's clear that all these weavers, Jamshidi, Arami, Kazemi, Mohammadi, Jedi, each with their distinct style, their innovations, their masterful techniques, they've collectively left this indelible mark on Ghom rugs.
A profound mark, yes. Their work isn't just individual achievement. It's a powerful testament to the incredible skill, the unwavering dedication, and the deep cultural heritage embedded in every single rug from Ghom.
Which kind of raises an important question, moving beyond the beauty and craft.
What about their broader significance economically, culturally?
Exactly. Beyond being stunning art and cultural artifacts, Ghom rugs have this very practical, maybe even surprising side. They're often seen as robust investments.
That's right. Our sources really dig into this.
Why is that? Why are they considered investments?
Well, Ghom rugs often appreciate in value, sometimes significantly over time. And this is linked directly to key factors. Their exceptionally high quality, the meticulous craftsmanship, and crucially, their relatively limited production compared to other rug types.
Supply and demand, basically.
Pretty much. The finest silk Ghoms with those crazy knot counts and luxury materials, and also the finest woolen Ghom carpets, are specifically highlighted as having sound, reliable investment potential.
So it's not just buying something beautiful, it's acquiring a tangible asset that can grow in value.
Like fine art or rare collectibles, exactly.
And there's that really compelling anecdote in our sources that speaks to their global significance. It goes beyond commodity or even just art.
Yeah.
It shows their power as like diplomatic tools.
Oh, the Shinzabe story. Yes, that's truly illustrative of their elevated status.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so during a major visit by the then Japanese Prime Minister Shinzabe to Tehran, the Iranian president at the time, Hassan Rouhani, presented him with an exquisite Ghom silk carpet as a diplomatic gift.
Okay, a high-profile gift.
Very. But it wasn't just a nice gesture. It was packed with symbolism, a clear message.
What was the symbolism? What did Rouhani intend to convey with that specific choice?
Rouhani explicitly explained it. He said the choice of a Persian carpet showed Iranian patience, accuracy, and consistency.
Patience, accuracy, consistency. Wow.
He highlighted that it displayed the pinnacle of Iranian carpet weaving art, serving as this powerful, tangible symbol of the nation's enduring cultural values and artistic prowess.
So elevating the rug from just an item to a symbol of national character, artistry, skill, patience.
Exactly. Suggesting these rugs aren't just products, they're reflections of a nation's soul, its most cherished attributes.
That's a truly powerful connection, making the rug a living representation of a nation's essence.
It really is.
So beyond investment, beyond diplomacy, Ghom rugs are fundamentally, profoundly significant cultural artifacts.
Undeniably. They're considered invaluable pieces of art, not just for their beauty and skill, but because they deeply reflect Iran's rich cultural heritage and the exceptional, often individual skill of the weaver.
Each one is like a link to the past.
A woven chronicle of tradition and artistic evolution. And remember Ghom's location, too, on the ancient Silk Road.
Right, that historical trade route.
That made it an important hub for commerce, cultural exchange, further cementing its historical significance in handcrafted goods even before the big rug boom. That context enriches our understanding of its rapid rise.
So for you, listening to this deep dive, why should you care about all this? Why spend time learning about Ghom rugs, their history, their art, their market?
Because understanding these rugs offers this really unique, multifaceted window into the world. It truly does.
A window into what?
Into history, tracing art, trade, tradition. Into economics, luxury goods, investment in tangible assets, and maybe most importantly, into profound cultural identity, revealing how deeply art can be tied to a nation's spirit, its values, its global image.
So it's about learning to see the world differently, appreciating the hidden depths.
Exactly. Seeing the world quite literally in a different weave, appreciating the stories hidden in objects all around us.
And just like that, we've journeyed through this intricate, surprisingly modern world of Ghom rugs.
It's been quite a journey.
We've looked at their rapid, almost explosive origins in the early 20th century, delved into their incredible technical mastery, the materials, examined the rich symbolism woven into every thread.
And understood their dual status with cultural artifacts and shrewd investments. They are, as the sources say, refreshingly attractive and in incredibly high demand globally.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it, how a craft, despite being relatively young compared to other ancient arts,
Millennia-old traditions.
can achieve such immense value, artistic recognition, and profound cultural significance in such a, relatively speaking, short time.
It really makes you think.
It raises an important question, doesn't it? What does the story of Ghom rugs tell us about the very nature of excellence? About building a reputation in craftsmanship, regardless of age or longevity? It seems to show that concentrated dedication, that adaptive artistry, that unparalleled commitment to skill, it can forge a legacy that rivals or even surpasses traditions centuries in the making.
It definitely challenges our assumptions about what makes something ancient or valuable in art and heritage. It suggests significance can be built not just through time, but through intense focus on quality, innovation, that pursuit of perfection.
Absolutely. So maybe the takeaway for you is to look at the objects around you with new eyes. Seek out those hidden stories, the layers of meaning.
Perhaps even start your own deep dive into something seemingly simple.
You might be profoundly surprised by the rich history, the incredible artistry, the cultural connections waiting to be discovered right beneath the surface.